Hi guys, so tonight, welcome to our training on, what did I even title it? It was Facebook messaging and messaging people and things like that. So let me just see. Yes, how to ask via Facebook and voice messaging. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. It's end of month madness, and it's so exciting seeing so many different people about to promote and going into qualifications, and it's just brilliant. So hope you've all got to where you want to be at the end of this month. And you know, if you haven't, doesn't matter, it will still lead you. That momentum will keep you going through until, you know, through October, and then to help you get to where you want to be. So on to tonight's training. So what I really wanted to share with you tonight was asking. You know, there are lots of different topics to train on, but when you know, set goals and you think, okay, this is where I want to be by the end of the month, and then you look at, you know, the activity you need to do, you know, maybe how many consultants or how many preferred clients you would need to sort of have in your team to create that much QV, then taking that back again, going on the ratios of, if you want one IC, then you need to speak to, on average, 10 people. You know, one will sign up as a consultant, and for every 10 people, 2 people will become a preferred client. So working on those kind of ratios, which you'll find that as you go along with your business, those ratios will get better. You do get more effective, but just as a kind of a blanket, you know, you may already be tracking your stats and know that you're a 1 in 6 for consultants, or a 2 out of 5 for PCs and things, which is great. But that's kind of what we go on. So therefore, let's say if I wanted 3 consultants in a month, then I know I would have to speak to 30 people. So that's 30 presentations and follow-ups in a month. But to get those one-to-ones booked in, then I know that I've got to be asking lots of people to be able to do those presentations or to do those workshops to get the, you know, the preferred clients. So taking that back down a step as well, I worked it out that I need to do about 5 asks a day to get those 3 consultants, and then 5 preferred clients, you know, each month myself in my own business. You know, doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. You know, whatever anybody else in my team does is a bonus. I know that I need to sustain my own business. You know, we have to be doing the do ourselves. We can't expect, you know, our team to do it for us. And I love that ethos that we have. So that comes down to, if I'm not asking enough people, you know, if a consultant isn't asking enough people, then we're not going to get the one-to-ones in. And therefore, we're not going to get the volume of QV and hit the goals that we want to hit, that we set for ourselves. So I wanted to start off with asking, excuse me. So I've got a few pointers here. I will send out this document that somebody else has made up actually on the pointers of it. And I'm going to talk through it and just give you some ideas and run through some things that I've done and that's worked for me. Because there's ways of asking for different things. Like now we've got the Phytosport out. You might be asking for someone to trial the Phytosport for you. You might just be asking for someone to host a workshop. You might be asking for someone to take a look at the business. You may want to use the direct approach for someone who you think is open to that. Or you may want to use like a super indirect approach for someone that you think may think themselves too above something like this, or may not want to be confronted with this as being something suitable for them. So the super indirect approach is really good to use to actually be able to ask someone and get the presentation of. Oh, hang on. I need to mute. Have you muted yourself, Michelle?
Hang on.
Oh, I'm losing the will to live here with the end of month stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing with anything. So exciting. Thank you. I think I'm going to lose my voice in a minute. Right, okay, I'll carry on. So yeah, there are different ways of asking for different types of things. So I'm going to run through a few examples, and then I'll send this document. Well, actually, I'll put this document on the Stamp team page, and then everybody's got access to it. I'll put it in the files section. So it's entitled 6 Steps to Help Skyrocket Your Business. So it doesn't say anything about messages, but it's 6 steps to help skyrocket your business. But it is really good. So step 1 is not pick up the phone or pick up a device. It's about get an A4 blank piece of paper and find all of your friends' list on Facebook and go through the list and start writing down the names. And you can do this on a computer, or you can handwrite it. It's entirely up to you. And then the next step is from that list, mark against each name if you have presented or shared the Arbonne opportunity with them. If the answer's no, they go on one list. And if the answer's yes, they go on another list. Now, you want to categorize these friends into groups. For example, mums, people with children. Dads, so you've got ideal group of people there, or men that you can maybe ask or invite to virtual workshops that you're going to do for Christmas shopping. A men's virtual workshop event for Christmas shopping where you provide them with presents. They don't have to go shopping. All the thinking's done for them, So there you've got a list ready to invite on Facebook. Then separate your gym friends, separate your school friends, out of country friends, etc. Do different categories for whatever you think is relevant. And you may do this the first time one way, and then you may do it again at a later date, having had more experience of this, and decide, actually, I'm going to categorize them a little bit differently. Everybody's different, so you do it your way. And what this helps to do is being able to use a similar message script for the people in each of these groups, so you can just bash them out. You don't have to think about it too much. So the next step is to pick one of those categories and just take the first person on the list and just have a quick look at their Facebook page, their profile, to find out a little bit more about them and what's going on in their lives at the moment. For example, they might be a mum, which you didn't know. They might be into cycling, which you didn't know, or whatever, so that you can tailor your message that you're going to send to them to include something personal. And also it will help you, decide how to categorize them, which list to put them on, etc. So then the next step is to decide which message you're going to send and then send it. Now, the point of these messages is to preferably do a voice message. Now, Facebook voice messages are really quick and really easy. Saves you typing them out, saves you thinking. You just have the message in front of you. And of course, you compliment them and say something personal in the beginning, such as, "Hi Claire, hope you're well. It's great to see you on Facebook. It looks like you're having a whale of a time in Australia, which is great to see. I really admire you for taking that huge step to move halfway across the world." So you mention something personal and compliment them. Then you can say something along the lines of, "I'm just getting in touch with you today because I'm expanding and launching the second phase of my business." Now, this little phrase is something that Ella Butler has come up with, and she, every now and again, she comes up with these really good little nuggets. So yeah, I'm expanding and launching the second phase of my business. So it's not like they are an afterthought. You're launching something and you're complimenting them by saying that you're contacting them because you're about to launch something. So you're letting them know about it before anybody else, before it's out into the public domain. And then you can say, "And I'm looking to connect with some different networks." You know, this is just an example. There are different scripts for each one, but I know you're very busy, but you're also very sociable and driven. So I would love to send you over a couple of very quick videos for you to have a watch over, and maybe you could let me know your thoughts on it from there. And then if that's okay, when could you watch it by? So that's kind of an Eric Worre thing. You know, I'm going to send you something. When could you watch it by? So then you know when to follow up with them. And then you can say each video is just a couple of minutes long. Look forward to hearing from you soon, and kind of leave it at that. Or maybe, you know, this could be a good one for a parent. Hi, Becky. Hope you're well. Great seeing you on Facebook with your gorgeous little ones. They're so adorable, and it's lovely to connect to fellow mums. My two are 10 months old now, and I can't believe how quick the time has gone, but they are amazing and such a blessing in my life. I'm just getting in touch with you today because, and then you carry on with that, you tailor it a little bit to them. I know you're very busy being a mum, but you're so sociable, family orientated, or whatever you admire about them. Say what you admire about them. And why, obviously, you know, something that's relevant to our one, what would stand them in good stead, you know, I'd love to send you over a couple of videos, etc. So it's pretty much the same from there on. And I'm going to put some more examples. I'm going to add some more examples as well. One of the ones I love the best, especially for, this is what Ella Butler was doing initially. And it's mainly for people in kind of the beauty, health and wellness sector. You know, maybe hairdressing, makeup artists, fashion, something like that. So first of all, this would be good for them. So, hi, hope you're well. It's so great to see all your success or your pictures on Facebook. And it's great to connect with people that are achieving, you know, successful and like-minded at the end of the day. And I would like to touch base with you on something. I'm launching the second phase of my business. I've got a bit of a project I'm working on at the moment for people within the beauty industry and sectors connected with that. So, you know, they may not be actually in the beauty industry themselves, but they may be connected to it in some way, you know, like a hairdresser or, yeah, use your judgment on that. I would love to send you across a video that just takes a couple of minutes to watch, and really, I just want your thoughts on it. And if it's something you're open to, we can take it from there. I can run through the whole thing with you. It would be lovely to share it with you. So something along those lines. And the reason we try and do this in a Facebook message or, you know, some sort of voice message is because when they hear your voice, they can hear the sincerity. So do it a couple of times and record it. Don't listen back to yourself, but just get into the habit of doing it and really feel what you're saying. Don't think, oh my God, I'm leaving a message. Oh my God, I'm going to muck up. Da, 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 da. Get that out of the way. Do it 5-10 times. Just record yourself, but don't listen back to it. Just record yourself over and over and over again, just saying it, and then you're ready to go with the real thing. When you do the first few, you might be bricking it like I was and shaking and thinking, oh my God, I always muck up when I leave, you know, answer messages. I talk too much, like I am now. All of those things, you know, and you think, oh no, it's going to be awful. But actually, once you've done the first couple, and people start responding really well to that. And, you know, a couple of people said, oh, I didn't know you could send voice messages. Oh, your voice sounds lovely on here. Or, oh, it's really nice to get that message from you. And how are you? And things like that. People are surprised by it. And you can send these voice messages via the Facebook messaging app, Messenger. But also you can send them if you've got an iPhone and the person that you're messaging has an iPhone as well. You can do a voice message via iMessage. And on that, you can delete it if you're not happy with it. You can listen back to it first. But on the Facebook messaging, you can't. But obviously, you could type these out if you want. But actually, stretch your comfort zone. Try the voice messaging. This business is about everybody growing. And we don't grow unless we actually try something different outside of our comfort zone. And this is just a little thing. You will be pleasantly surprised when you do this to the response that you get. Yes, some people will ignore you and not even reply. That's fine. Don't worry about it. But the overwhelming majority of responses that I've had from these have been really positive, because it's a real personal thing. It's not something that they can regard as something that you might have just copied and pasted. You know, you've actually taken the time to do a personal voice message for them. However, it's really quick. It's actually quicker than thinking of something personal to say, copy and pasting the main bit, and then ending it with their name. It's quicker than doing that. So that's something for somebody in the beauty industry. And also what I've done is adapted one where they're within the health and wellness industry or within the sports industry. And I say, you know, I'm launching the second phase of my business, and this would be in regards to the phytosport or the nutrition. I'm working on a bit of a project at the minute for people within the fitness industry or the health and wellness industry, depending on what they are. And I would love to send you across a video. Or maybe you might want them to trial the phytosport. You know, that's been a great one, actually. Because again, they can, I suppose, sense the sincerity in what I'm saying. It's like, you know, I'm launching the second phase of my business. I'm actually about to launch a sports nutrition range. And, you know, having seen, you know, your pictures on Facebook of what you do, I don't know, maybe they work out, they cycle, they run, da-di-da-di-da. I'd really like your opinion on this. I would really love it if you would be willing to trial this for me. And I leave them my number and I say, you know, message me back with your number and a good time to call. Maybe we could have a chat about it and see if it's something that you'd like to do. And leave it at that. Most people get back to me and bite my hand off, you know, to be able to trial a sports nutrition range, you know. So that's something. And also for maybe a new contact that you've found somewhere along the line, and that they look as if they love makeup, or maybe they blog about makeup. You know, I'm working on a bit of a project at the moment for people within the beauty industry, and I was wondering if you would be willing to trial, you know, ultra premium cosmetics for me and give me your honest opinion on them. Or, you know, I see that you really look after your skin, and you're obviously, you know, used to using quality products. I wonder if you would be willing to trial something for me. You know, that kind of thing. You know, there are things that you can say to people in the street when you walk up and meet them. You know, somebody that you spot in a cafe that's got, you know, amazing looking makeup, amazing looking skin. You know, you can stop them and compliment them and say, wow, I hope you don't mind me saying, but you've got really lovely skin, or I love the way you've done your makeup. You know, if you had any training, or, you know, and they might say, oh, thank you. You know, and then you can say, do you mind me asking what you use? And then they'll tell you what they use, you know, undoubtedly, or, you know, they might go into a little bit of a story, or they might say, oh, nothing, you know, but whatever they say that they're using, you know, hopefully it'll be something that's good. And you can say, right, so you're used to using really good quality products then. You know, it's complimenting them. They're looking after themselves. And they'll say yes. And then you can say, would you mind trying an ultra premium skincare range for me? You know, I run a health and wellness business, and somebody with your experience, and, you know, obviously you know how to use makeup, you use quality skincare. I'd really appreciate your opinion on it. And then usually they'll say yes. You can give them a sample, or swap numbers, arrange to, you know, meet them for a coffee or something, or drop a sample round. There you go. Always make sure you have contact details so you can arrange a follow-up and things like that. But there you go. So many different ways that you can ask for different reasons. So going back to the Facebook messages, once you've left those messages, when you get a reply from them saying that they are happy for you to send the videos, and they could watch it today, tomorrow, on the weekend, or whatever. You can send over the 2 video links that are in this file. The first one is the Arbonne Opportunity video, which is only a few minutes long. It's the shorter one. And also Arbonne in a Nutshell, which is the animated short video about just basically how it works. And you say in your message, I would suggest I could follow up, you suggest that you could follow up with them in the morning or the day after or later in the day that they've said that they could watch them by, just to see what they think about it. And then in most cases, when you sent the videos for them to watch, they come back to you with a yes or a no without you having to prompt them anyway. A few people have said, oh, yes, I can watch them tonight. So I send them over, and then they reply once they've watched them. They might say, I've watched them, thank you very much. It's not really something, I'd be interested in. And then you just say, that's great, thank you very much. Would you be interested for me to help you save money on your daily consumables? If I send you a product questionnaire, would you tell me what you use on a daily basis, and I can send you some samples, as a thank you, things like that. And also from that questionnaire, you can show them how they can save money and use healthier alternatives with Arbonne, things like that. Hope that makes sense. I don't know if I've explained that the right way around. But there's a product questionnaire which I'll put in the files section as well. So there's that. And also, if they say yes after watching the video, yes, it's something that they're interested in, get them booked in for a one-to-one, over Skype, Zoom, in person, preferably, so you can have a good old chat. And also, if they say that they're not really, it's not for them, say, brilliant, thank you for being honest with me. Is there anyone that you know that is driven, motivated, has a shower every day, uses consumable products, that would be interested in launching a global business, something like that, so that you can get some referrals, maybe. Some people have come back to me with people that they could recommend. Oh yeah, maybe my sister or maybe my daughter, or if you think that in their network somebody that's vegan or has skin conditions, you can be quite specific. Do you know anyone that suffers with a skin condition? Do you know anyone that's that appreciates, vegan, ultra premium quality products? Someone that loves makeup, da-di-da-di-da, And you can offer incentives as well for referrals, which is always really good. So I think that's it for those. I've probably talked for long enough. There's something that I've used that actually Lucy Keeling gave us an idea about, something that she was trialing, which is about mums with young children and babies. So if there are any mums that if they're on maternity leave, or maybe they just don't work because they don't need to, maybe they've got more disposable income, more time, you can send them a message along the lines of what I'm going to say now, and then I'll tell you what to do with it afterwards. So you can say, hi Sarah, how are you? Leaving them a voice message or trying to speak to them in person. And you can say, oh, I'm glad to see all you. It's good to see all your pictures on Facebook with your new addition to the family, etc. And also great to be connected with, positive, like-minded people. The reason I'm contacting you is I want to touch base with you as I'm working on something for mums with babies, toddlers, young children. Figure out from Facebook or from what you know about them what sort of age their children are. Are they babies that need carrying around? Are they toddlers that are just kind of, toddling around now? Or are they young children, just sort of preschool? And then you carry on to say, I'd like to trial an idea where a group of new mums get together at someone's house. A group of no more than 5 with the little ones playing. I would do mini makeovers or facials, and I can even bring, herbal teas and healthy treats and snacks. As a thank you for helping me trial this idea, I will come and give you an individual consultation, product trial, and a free product. I know it's not easy getting time to treat yourself as a mum when you've got little ones. And I've said, I know only too well how that feels. But you can say, it'd be nice to treat, and I would be really grateful if you could help me trial this idea. And they'll either like the idea or they won't. So before, what you do is basically it's a workshop. However, instead of doing the actual workshop layout, what you do is an individual quick skin consultation, and they go through the routine with whichever products would be right for them. Let them have a play with the makeup, or you can put some makeup on them. It depends how confident you are with the makeup. And so they get basically a mini facial and to play with the makeup, and you can be doing, they're helping them with their mini facials, and they can be playing with the makeup, and a couple of them can be making sure the kids are okay, all that kind of stuff. And you can also then send out a survey afterwards asking what they enjoyed most, which products were their favourites, what could I do to improve the experience. Invariably from that, you can say that you can do a workshop for them and their friends, and they get a free product, have lots of fun, they can benefit from host rewards, etc., etc. But actually it's an opportunity to reach into other people's networks through these workshops, and also create a host rewards, QVs for the host, because you would have done a consultation with them and let them have this experience on their own before, with a product trial and a free product. So they would have talked to, all of their friends about how lovely it was and how great the products are. Their friends will come expecting it to be good, see it's good, feel it's good, and invariably order some products. And then you can say, host one of your own. You can get amazing host rewards like so-and-so is going to get this evening or today. Now these, mum and baby workshops are great to have in the day. If you're not working, or if you're free, weekends, in the day, people can still bring their little ones, so they don't have to worry about getting babysitters, etc. They can relax and have a little bit of a pamper, without having to, arrange somebody to have, their children, which as a mum can be a right pain in the ass sometimes, trying to get somebody to look after your children so you can just have 2 minutes to yourself. It's a rare treat, believe me. So they really appreciate it. And I've done one of these already, and I got a very loyal PC out of it. Actually, she did a big order, and then a month later she used her preferred rewards, even though she didn't have to, and did another big order, and then she did another big order this month. So she's really appreciating it, and she's not working, she doesn't need to work. That's why she was available in the day. She wants nice products, and she has the disposable income to be able to do that. So it helps you kind of get into those kinds of networks as well. Make sure you're speaking to people that have those kinds of networks and can introduce you to them to help you with your business. So that's another idea. And what you would need is sort of a smaller version of the workshop kits. So having, you know, your RE9 and your calm sets with a facial scrub, not necessarily a mask, because you don't want them sitting there for 10 minutes, you know, just with a mask on. You want to be able to run through each person within sort of 20 minutes, really, to make it time effective. You know, obviously have, you know, a couple of enough flannels for everyone, enough hand towels for everyone, and some cotton pads, 1 or 2 headbands, bowl of warm water. You know, have your usual kind of CC cream, a couple of eyeshadows, bronzer, blusher, lipstick and gloss, and mascara. So it's all quite quick, you know. And your primer's a must as well. And then, like I said, afterwards, you know, send out your survey, what they enjoyed most. You know, make sure you've got their contact details. They can all be filling out the, you know, guest profile forms beforehand. You know, the little questionnaires. So I hope that's given you some ideas of how to ask, some more, you know, in using different avenues. You know, asking people to host workshops. Basically, just ask people for their help. You know, say, you know, as you know, I run my own business in health and wellness. You know, this is somebody, you know, maybe you've presented to them, maybe they, you know, they've said, oh no, they don't really want to buy anything, or just ask for their help and say, look, you know, you can get a free product plus amazing discounts on things. And even if you don't want the products for yourself, you can give them as gifts, etc. It would really help me if you got some friends round and hosted a workshop. If you've got a few people that don't want to host their own workshops, you know, invite people around, etc., hold workshops yourself at your home, you know, at a time that's convenient for you. Obviously, we've got the virtual workshops that you can do online as well, which are very convenient. There's lots of different ways you can ask and reach out to people, and therefore get, you know, 5 or 6 asks just done routinely in a day. And, you know, these Facebook voice messages and the iMessage voice messages, they're so quick to do. You know, each day doing 5 of them takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. Really quick once you get into them. So it doesn't take long at all. And you don't have to have a conversation on the phone with them. You know, you don't have to worry about the response that you're going to get. And they don't have to worry about feeling pressured and not wanting to say no and wasting your time and, you know, saying, oh yeah, okay, but then maybe not really wanting to. So this is a good way to kind of have that sieve. You know, the people that come out are the people that actually want to have a one-to-one with you. They want to host a workshop. They want to trial the products. They want to give you a referral. You know, they will get back to you without you having to second guess and, you know, think, oh, are they going to turn up, etc., etc. You know, this is a really good way to reach out to people, especially to people maybe on Facebook that, you know, we have a lot of people in our friends list on Facebook that are just acquaintances, really. We've met them maybe once or twice, or maybe we used to go to school with them, etc. So it's a great way to reach out with them, especially if you haven't got their phone number. And like I said, it's quite a nice indirect way. So good luck with it. Give it a go. Let me know how you get on. Yeah, let me know if you were terrified. Let me know if it was absolutely fine, not a bother for you. Yeah, be interested to see how you got on. I'd quite like doing them now because I know that they're quick. They're really good, effective use of my time. It's really good. So, hope tonight has ended as you wanted it to, or is about to end as you want it to. We've got about an hour and a quarter to go. I can see Michelle still on her virtual workshop, beavering away. Well done. And I will speak to you all soon, no doubt. Bye-bye.